Hi. Well, what a lovely summer day we are experiencing here out at the Sukanen Ship Museum, and I'm talking to the secretary of the, what's the organization called, Gary?
Just the Museum Association.
Okay, Gary Davis, the secretary of the Museum Association, and he's been here for a long time.
47 years.
Just 47, eh?
Yes.
Man. Well, you know, 50 is a good thing, you know. But yeah, that's great. And Gary, we're talking about coming up to the annual Threshing Bee. How many years is it for that?
It's 47 years. We had the first Threshing Bee when we built the museum in 1969. So it's
yeah, you're just a young teenager then.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and so you've got a wonderful collection of vehicles, of buildings, and we're standing beside the LaFrance. I think they're American LaFrance is the official name of fire truck. You got in the last 5 years, it's blossomed with fire trucks out here.
This place has blossomed in general in recent years. It's almost growing too fast for us.
Yeah,
we can't keep up. This truck came from North Vancouver. It was donated to us from the fire department out there. It spent its entire life serving North Vancouver. 1958 is this truck.
You know, I think I told you this before, but in the museum in Alberta, what's the guy's name? It's the big
Wetaskiwin Reynolds.
They have a moose jaw ladder truck from 19 teens, zeros,
wow.
and they Gene Autry was up trying to buy it from them because
he bought most of them from Moose Jaw, I think.
Yeah, but he wanted this one. We completed his set, and they won't sell it to him, so it still sits there in Wetaskiwin.
That's good.
Yeah, but yeah, you're right. It has blossomed. There's a lot of buildings like that's what you're doing out here today. You are building a new storage facility for some of your trucks.
Yes, we're building a 50-foot by 120-foot building which will house cars and trucks. And just behind us here, there's a 50 by 80 building that just went up this year, which will house combines. And on the corner of Main Street, they're building a replica of Leonard Fish Drugs.
That's a pretty exciting thing because Leonard Fish and the Farmers Save have been working together with you to get equipment and supplies and stock and.
Yes, yes. The store opened in 1915 or 16, I think, and they have records and they have artifacts going back to day one, and a lot of it was stored in the basement at Pharmasave. And luckily, Dale Toney contacted us 2 years ago, and we hauled 4 truckloads of stuff out of the basement of Pharmasave. It's been in storage here, and we're now built a small building, and we're going to display as much of it as we can.
Yeah. Yeah, I was talking to Mr. Johnson over there. It was kind of neat. Hi, Mr. Johnson. Hi, Mr. Johnson. And he's a wonderful carpenter. To grab onto him, you guys are so lucky.
We're very lucky to get him. Yes, we have some wonderful volunteers. Not enough, mind you, but we have some great ones.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and this place, you says, is growing. Everything's growing here. The displays that you have, the vehicles you have, the age of the people.
All at the same time, yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, last year the Rollo Museum closed, and they donated a lot of things to us. And so we're trying to get housing for that and sort that out. So it's growing by leaps and bounds and almost faster than we can cope.
Let's talk about the Threshing Bee itself. Now, it's 2 days?
2 days, September 12th and 13th, the weekend after the long weekend, Saturday and Sunday. There'll be threshing both days and numerous demonstrations, blacksmithing, rope making, plowing. We have a hand-fed baler, a stationary baler that bales hay. There'll be they're going to run the binder, I think, and cut a few, show people how the binder works, and stooking and threshing. Stooking, yes.
Yeah, some of the old guys, do they still do that? Come on.
Have to. Once you cut the oats, you have to stook them so they'll dry. So a few old guys and a few younger guys learning which end is up. And
and you do it all with the steam-powered tractors?
No, just gas, but old stuff, stuff, 50s, 40s, 50s kinds of stuff. And
we're old stuff.
Exactly. It's kind of like us, a few quirks and idiosyncrasies and creaks and groans, but it still works.
Yeah. And of course, I have to, on behalf of Joyce Walter, mention the world famous pie that is available.
Yes, the ladies donate pies, homemade pies at the concession. So we have a full concession here, burgers, and I think they're going to have chicken burgers this year, and very good concession. And pie, homemade pie.
And all kinds of
all kinds of homemade pie. Some people come just for the pie.
Ron Walter and I.
Yes.
But and of course, you acquired an elevator recently?
Yes, several years ago. Yeah. Yes, the elevator is now open for display. That's one of our focal points. Yes, every small town had an elevator, and they were disappearing quickly. So we were lucky to find this one and get it here.
Yeah, and of course we're standing. You can't see it because it's behind us, but or in front of us actually. That's the Diefenbaker homestead, which found its way here to the museum because they didn't have room for it in Regina.
Right, about 10 years ago, they wanted to get it out of Wascana Park, and so it found a home here. So we're very pleased to have that piece of Saskatchewan history.
Well, you have so many wonderful things here. I was looking at the gate when I came in. It said it takes about 2 hours to see all the things in the museum.
If you walk quickly.
Yeah, I was thinking, get scooters. Where are the scooter rentals?
Yes. It's there's more and more to see all the time.
Yeah. Well, it's a wonderful thing that you guys have taken this initiative to make it to happen and preserve the history of our community and of our province. There's so many neat things here. People will say, "Oh yeah." When they see it, they go, "Oh," they could have a whole web page just of, "Do you know what this is?" And you go like, "No."
Well, one of the things that's new this year too is that 1955 Divco milk truck. It's one of Palm Dairy's original milk trucks. They purchased a fleet in 1955 to replace the horse-drawn delivery wagons, and we were able to get this one. It was in sad shape, but we got it back and running and got the bodywork mostly done. And then Sterling Hornoy in Regina, Sterling Trucks, offered to paint it for us. So he did a professional paint job and donated that to the museum. So it's now all deckled, and the Palm logos are painted back on, and it's looking just like it did in 1955. Well, better actually than it did in 1955.
Home delivery?
Sure.
I can remember the rattle of the milk, the glass milk bottles as the milk truck a guy came to our delivery to our place, and I can barely remember the horse-drawn ones. And the horse-drawn had a natural advantage that the modern trucks didn't have, and that's the guy could just leave the horse go, and the horse would walk up the street.
Yes, they weren't that happy to get trucks because the horse would follow him down the street. The truck wouldn't. He had to walk back and get it. And so the trucks weren't really that popular at first because they still liked their horse.
Did you find any Johnstone Dairy Volkswagen trucks yet?
No, I haven't found any of those, but I remember them.
You've got one.
Yeah, there were a fleet of those too. I remember that.
Yeah. So, what time does it start each day, Gary?
It opens at 8 with a pancake breakfast.
Yeah.
And 8 till 10. And then the events go after that. Parade at 1 o'clock of cars, trucks, tractors. Sunday church service at 11. Square dancing on Saturday in the hall, and quilting. And we also have a lady who deals in quilting materials. She has a semi-trailer loaded with quilt supplies. So if anybody's into quilting, you better come out and see Holly and see her semi-trailer full of quilt supplies.
The Holly truck, yeah.
That's right.
Man! And where is she from?
Swift Current.
Okay.
She showed up here last year and in the summer stopped by here to have a look, and then came back for our threshing bee, and she's booked to come again this year. So there's just so much to see.
Oh, there is. And the day is going to be as lovely as today is.
Oh, we ordered that, yes.
Yeah.
Both days.
But you mentioned the church service, and it's a wonderful kind of old time thing. The old schoolhouse is here, and there's just so many fond remembrances for people, especially our seniors, if they can get out here and enjoy that.
Yes.
And you got the young motorheads, with everything. You've got cars.
Well, we've got probably 160 tractors in buildings, and probably close to 60 cars and trucks that are undercover.
The ones that are here.
And there's more to come when we get this building done. More will come out of storage and be put on display. So we're looking forward to that.
And you're a pretty avid collector yourself. Now, you're a Studebaker guy.
You got a couple of those.
A couple of Studebakers. How many vehicles do you have at present?
I think I got 5 or 6 out here. 5 out here, I think. And my son has one in Prince Albert. Your old Barracuda in Prince Albert. And a couple of tractors I have as well. So it's kind of addictive.
Yeah.
As well, this place kind of fed our addiction. It allowed us to get more because we had a place to put it.
Yeah. It's just a wonderful thing. And I know people will want to come. There is a charge, but it's a minimal thing.
Admission is $10 each day. And so there's just so much to see for that.
Oh, yeah.
And bring an extra few dollars to get a piece of pie.
Yeah, and ice cream. Pie and ice cream. Don't
Oh, yes, that too.
Yeah. I know that, I'm pretty sure Joyce will be serving, but she's really keen to make sure that happens. But the food is always a wonderful setting.
It's a big draw.
Yeah.
And we try to keep prices reasonable for people so they can come back every year and bring the family. And
Is there a tractor pull involved this year?
Yes, tractor pull this year, both days as well. Forgot to mention that.
And you mentioned the fact that these tractors it has to be before 1960 or something.
Yes, they're vintage tractors. Yeah. No hot rod tractors. No, nothing turbocharged or.
Yeah. And that's of course they have a nice grandstand setting, and
Yes.
people can walk around and attend those things. You say you're going to do. There's a field over here that you plowed in before. Is that where you're going to be doing your?
Yes, threshing and the activity will be in the field over there.
Man, so
We also have some people movers. We pull behind tractors so people don't have to walk the whole yard. They can jump on and ride from place to place. And
some people call them hay wagons, but they're people movers.
yeah,
now.
that's right. That's right.
That's the technical term.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, it's people get around here. Wear some comfortable shoes.
Oh, definitely.
you
Yes.
know, and
Some sunscreen and a cap and.
yeah, and come to prepare to live a lot of memories down memory lane.
Absolutely.
And have fun.
We look forward to it.
Yeah. Well, Gary, thanks for coming here, out here. I know we take you away from building your building today for a short time, but I know that this is a really important thing for the community. A lot of people come out here. It's become, one of the things to do in Saskatchewan on that weekend.
It certainly is. And of course, the Sukanen ship, the history. So.
All right. Yeah, and of course, we didn't even mention the Sukanen ship, and of course, that in itself is a wonderful,
Saskatchewan story.
yeah, not necessarily a positive one, but it's a story of dedication, of commitment.
determination,
Yeah.
commitment. Yes, the
Yeah.
Saskatchewan tradition.
Yeah, for sure. Well, that wraps us up for now, but don't forget the 12th and the 13th starts at 8 in the morning. Pancake breakfast both days.
Both days.
Okay, and pie.
And pie.
So come out and have a good time and enjoy the ship and the displays. I know that people have a good time. So when we come back, we're going to do some more interesting things happening in Saskatchewan during the month of September.